coming here, I'm pushing you.
And what happens if I get injured?
You ain't getting injured.
Bro, you don't know that.
All right. I don't give a.
It's 1 second away from injury.
Everyone has wondered, why is it that you're not, at the parties, yachts flying around, all the vacations and parties and Super Bowl.
Injuries before a fight are not always the best thing to happen. Although with Jake Paul, this case may be entirely different considering the circumstance. It was the best move he could have made to avoid dealing with Tyson's cyclone. In one corner, you have arguably the hardest hitter in boxing history. Then in the other corner, you have a Flash YouTuber who has recently started getting into boxing. A recipe for disaster. Mike is getting close to 60 years old. If you defeat him, it's a negative because you just defeated an elderly man. Conversely, if you fail to defeat him, it's a double negative, as you are unable to defeat an elderly man who is screwed if he does, and screwed if he doesn't. Tyson is wrapping up the production of his well-liked podcast, Hot Boxin', and it appears that he is taking his comeback to boxing versus John Paul extremely seriously. On July 20th, boxing legend Iron Mike will return to the ring when he challenges social media sensation Paul at Texas's AT&T Stadium. Both guys are asking for the battle to be recognized as a professional bout, even though many of the rules surrounding it are still up in the air. They also plan to fight without headgear. After establishing the podcast with co-host Sebastian Joseph Day 2 years ago, Tyson has decided to no longer record episodes.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are my final recordings of Hot Boxing. I really enjoyed being a part of this journey and all the people that I met, the remarkable people that I met and interviewed. And by now, for me, this is my next chapter in life. Please enjoy the following socials at Mike Tyson and MikeTyson.com for my next venture, please. I love you all.
Mike Tyson's podcast was a great outlet, which he takes a lot of pride in and has had some amazing guests on over the years. So the fact he's willing to put that on halt to focus on Jake Paul shows how seriously he's taking this fight. Many fans noticed this with posts like, "Mike gonna knock this dude out. Love you, champ, I'll be supporting. Good luck on your journey, brother. Thank you, Paul Brothers, for looking out for the champ. Iron Mike Tyson. Mike a real guy. He knows he got to train his butt off and give us one heck of a beatdown in the coming fight." Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification bell. By doing this, you'll never miss out on any future videos from the combat sports world. There are rumors that Jake Paul's camp used some dubious maneuvers to avoid his impending showdown with Iron. There are rumors circulating in the gyms and training camps about Mike that Jake's crew attempted to use the tired fake injury card. Now, injuries are serious business. I've been forced to miss more games than I can remember because of them. But attempting to utilize an injury as a means of getting out of a bout with the one and only Mike Tyson is daring even for Jake Paul, considering the magnitude of the event itself. The fact on Jake Paul's recent podcast, when mentioning about the Mike Tyson fight, his own friends think he will get knocked out, which goes to show the confidence in their camp.
Well, buddy, good news is you're going to get knocked the fuck out on July 20th.
You really think that?
So here's the thing, man. Iron Mike Tyson. I love you for free. Okay. Start with that. But there comes a point in time where you gotta be realistic, and you might be taking a big bite
of his ear.
God damn it.
Yeah, it is. It is. I am biting off a lot. This is definitely the toughest, most savage, lethal opponent.
So is Jake's injury genuine, or was it just a cunning ploy to spare himself a thrashing from Iron Mike? Iron Mike's trainer Rafael Cordero dismissed concerns that the 57-year-old wasn't prepared for the battle after the fighter was accused of faking his viral training videos in recent weeks. Considering the enormous 30-year age difference between Tyson and Paul, Cordero believes Tyson will be more than capable of handling himself against Paul. After first seeing him, it messed with my shoulder. I couldn't hold mitts for at least 6-7 months with my boys in the gym. My right shoulder was a big mess, and I stopped for a while to take care of my shoulder and do physical therapy. Sometimes I say 1, 2, 3, and he's already inside. If I don't move back, oh Lord, it's impossible. I have to move back. I believe people don't have to be concerned. We're talking about a guy who was a 2-time champ. The guy didn't have 20 fights in 2 years. He knows how to fight. He fought against the best guys in the world. When he steps inside the ring, he knows what to do. It's not something new for Mike, and this fight is no different. And we've all seen Mike Tyson's recent training footage. It doesn't surprise me that Jake Paul is trying to find any excuse to pull out of the fight, as even though he's 57, the guy looks like an animal that's ready to be let out his cage and destroy his prey.
One more. Day 3. You still want to fuck with me? Day 4, no, it was okay, but you don't know what you got in store, baby. You got to face the God of War. And get ready, baby. Fire in the house.
When the fight was initially announced, it was more shock than anything. But the main consensus was that because Mike is 57, he stands no chance whatsoever, and Jake Paul will knock him out early. Well, it appears people's stances have changed since Mike Tyson has been releasing his new training footage in preparation for Jake Paul. Mike in the early 90s would knock Jake Paul in the first 30 seconds. Nowadays, he'll probably knock him out in 50 seconds. People old enough to know wouldn't fight him if he were 97. Please don't go to jail because of Jake Paul. Before we go any further into the video, what are your guys' honest thoughts on this upcoming fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson? Do you think Jake is going to find a way to pull out the fight before July 20th? If not, who wins on the night? Could it be a massive upset with Jake Paul defeating Iron Mike? Or will Tyson show the world he's still got it? Comment down below. You would all know how well Dana White and Jake Paul has gotten on these past few years. Some would say they're the best of friends. Well, Dana was recently on a podcast with Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo, and was once again asked about the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. And he's not happy in the slightest, and even took a few digs at Jake for his opponent choices.
I hate talking about it because he always gets mad at me when I talk about this stuff, but, you know.
He don't give a fuck, too. He'll
I'm not
snap
thrilled
on anybody.
to see him do this stuff, but, you know, when the fight happens, he'll be 58 years old. There'll be a 31-year age difference between these two. And, you know, Jake Paul did fight a kid his age, and he lost. You know, I just saw this thing on the internet yesterday. I reposted it where it says if he beats Mike Tyson, he's going to fight Clint Eastwood next. Clint Eastwood's 93 years old. You know, it's...
Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to Fight Fury for future videos from the combat sports world, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.